We are at the Goodwill. The sun is shining and we're gonna see what we can find to thrift for a profit. We're at the Goodwill bins. It's actually called the Goodwill outlet, but they have blue bins, so that's what everybody calls it. You know, everybody that follows us knows that we're here for books, we're here for quilts, and any other random crap we can make money on.
Hey, you know, there's a lot of random stuff that we find on a regular basis. We thrifted this beanie from there, and no, we washed it, and I'm not scared to wear it.
We thrift actually a lot of things from here for our like kids and stuff, so that's always fun. They never know what we're gonna bring home. Always so excited when there's a cart.
I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, we'll get everybody gets their own cart today.
I can't even believe it.
I know. Let's hope we find something to put in it. So I've kind of been moping around, not finding anything good. And then I found this blue chenille. It looks like it has a stain on it, but it could be good for like a cutter quilt. I'm gonna check it out. As long as it's not got any major flaws, I'm gonna grab it. It looks like mostly just like it's faded. It's got a few, I don't know. It's got a few questionable spots. It's so hard to leave chenille behind though. I think I am. I think I am. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back. I'm sure if I come back, it's going to be gone. But that has a bunch of big spots on it. That's kind of cute. Very Neanderthal. I've not seen that size before. I usually like the bigger ones. Gonna keep digging.
Well, it's tame. We don't have any loud music blasting at us today. I'm the only one over here looking at the books right now. Let's dive in, see if we can find some fun ones. So far, not a ton of books that have even interested me to like pick up and see if there's a date. I don't have any in the cart, which is fine. We do have some books at home that we can show you that I've gotta go through a few more boxes from Jan and see if there's any more matching books to that set. If not, then we'll just sell them as is, how they are. All right, I found a cookbook, The Perfect Guide for New Cooks, and then I was flipping through it. This is pretty awesome. Like, it's step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just doesn't give you like a recipe and then it says go with some written directions. There's like pictures throughout the whole thing. That looks delicious.
Oh, that's good. It's from probably Dillard's originally. I can tell from the price tag. Original price $100. It was on clearance for $30. It's pewter, so I will get that for sure. So womp womp. It's been kind of that day, but then
this is made in Italy, just like a tin, and it's like a kind of fun.
It looks like a picnic basket. It's gingham. It's lived a life, but it tells a story.
Hey, you know what? All the tins I grabbed in England had lived a life.
That's cute. So that actually makes it a little less womp womp. It's funny because it's so nice when there's no music, because then we don't have to edit that out. A lot of people complain about our sound when we have to edit out the music. But when there's no music, it's like there's no vibe at the bins and everything is very kind of drab. I'm not as in love with that as the last one.
If it was blue, you'd have got it?
Or that one that was like thinner that we got before.
Yeah. This book is from 1905, Heartthrobs, the old scrapbook. And it's just got tons of like little notes, letters, poems. It's time to really dig now. Every time I see these bowls, I'm like, oh look, copper. Or these pans, I mean. But they're not copper pans. Look, there's another one teasing me.
So we haven't bought Afghans in a while, but I really like the colors on this. And this is one of my favorite things when there's like a raised design. It's got fringe on the ends and it's in good condition. Not too many balls, no holes. So I'm gonna grab this one. I'm not really sure how much this is worth, but it is leather. The brand is Fossil. The inside is in good condition. It's got a little bit of wear on the bottom, but I think overall it's really cool. And this is a brand that I used to love. I used to always buy it. Their wallets were always really good. I could never afford their purses, so I'm gonna take a chance. I'll look it up when I get home. I thought this was fun. It's a Better Homes and Gardens storybook. It's at least from 1966 because they gave it to Todd Johnson. And it's got some fun stories and a bunch of like nursery rhymes, funneled like graphics. So I'm gonna grab it. It's in pretty good shape. Just kind of look around. This book is a little rough, or I'd probably grab that one. That's cute.
Now that is copper. It's like a copper leaf cookie cutter. New book bins and nobody cares but me. I'm the only one over here. Here's a good one. And it's a little older too. 1961. It's like the science. Look at that fun pick. It's like a dictionary. All right, let's paw. Let's do some pawing. Need some riding boots.
Boodle.
I don't know.
I don't need it. So they just got new bins out, and I scored this quill. I don't even know exactly what it looks like, but I grabbed it because it's been a slow day. I think Zeb may have got another one. I'm not sure. I don't see it, so he must have put it back. They're also replacing all of these bins, so there should be some good stuff coming out quickly. That's a no.
Yeah, when I initially grabbed it, I'm like, is that Chanel?
It's Chanel.
Chanel.
How and why? I think you need this for every toddler and teenager. How come? Why not? See what else I got. These are gonna be opening here pretty quickly. So I got one more. You have to wait till all the bins are out. So they're putting one in the middle, and then they'll put one over on the side. And Zeb's gonna dig through the books while we wait for this situation. Everybody's on the line. Hopefully they've done their stretching. See what's good. We have some stinky shoes. All right, so these are fun. This looks like the flat lace that's so popular, and there's like a bunch of placemats in here, and you know, not especially old, but they're cool. So they look like they're all in good shape.
1905, Pleasant and Unpleasant Plays by Bernard Shaw. This book is from 1880. It's in really good shape. It was living in a library. It's got tons of art. That's really fun. This is why I come. You know, I don't find stuff like this every time, but every now and then I'm like, man, look at this fun book.
All right, Zeb says he doesn't know what this is. I think that might be a leave here.
Yeah, I thought the pattern was all over.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's on top of the books, and I just grabbed it quick.
And it's got some holes. It's all right. It's better to grab and look later than to miss out on something good. But I think our cart's like decently full. I did find this. I didn't film it. One year Zeb bought like 20 of these, but we've actually sold all the ones that we have. It's a brass trumpet, so. Right. Oh, I like that little mini bump pen. That's cute. We wanted to show you some thrift flips that we have from previous thrifting videos. Tuesday we did a bunch of shopping. We've got 2 rolling pins. We're gonna wind up painting these for decor only. We've got to sand these, and then we're gonna paint the bookend. So let's get started and see what we can thrift and flip for a profit.
We're gonna get these a quick sand. I've got 80 grit sandpaper. It should cut right through this wood burning and also make it so that the puffy paint and sparkly paint on this just lays flat and goes away.
For our Christmas rolling pins that we're gonna just use for decor, I'm starting out with a base coat of white linen on the middle of the pins. This has a built-in sealer, so once it dries, they'll be ready to be stamped, and we'll paint the handles. I'm using DIY Paint Blue to lighten up these bookends.
This all-natural, food-safe tung oil from Sweet Pickins that we carry at JamiRayVintage.com is probably going to make this the easiest flip of everything. It took me about 2 minutes to sand all of that wood burning out of it, and then we're going to make this a nice, light, bright, wood-toned cutting board with the tung oil. All right, this one is all finished up. Probably 4 to 5 minutes total between rubbing the tung oil on there and sanding it.
Zeb sanded this down for me. Somebody had painted on it lovingly with nail polish. It was kind of chunky.
Oh, I thought it was like puffy paint or something. I'm like, what is this on here?
No, I'm pretty sure they used nail polish and a nail polish brush. Yeah. So we're gonna paint this, turn it into a recipe box, and I'm just gonna start with Paint Blue. Zeb's using the Reverie stamp with the IOD ink pad and black ink. We are going to use this to roll on our rolling pins. So I just start at the top and then roll until we've got all the way around.
Here we go. Now we're gonna paint the handles in barn quilt in the cottage colors.
Yeah, and then it'll look Christmassy, but not so Christmassy that you couldn't use it year round. So we're using the Brocante transfer, and I've got just the birds. It's 8 pages of transfer. And I'm gonna put the birds on here, and then I'm gonna wrap it around the sides.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Just use the stick that comes with it. You make sure your paint is all the way dry. Make sure it's well adhered to the surface that you're working with. And there you go. Snipped it here so I could get around the edge, and then I'm just applying it on this side. Ta-da! Zeb's using barn quilt in cottage color to paint the handles. This is a great color for the holidays, but also just every day. It's not super red, it's more kind of subdued. I'm gonna do a dry brush of the white linen in the cottage color. It's got a built-in sealer, and it's gonna bring out all that beautiful detail. We've got 220 sandpaper. Go right over that. And it kind of lightly distresses it and makes it look more integrated into the design, and then we'll just seal it up with clear wax. The cottage color has a built-in sealer, so all I have to do is just put wax over the top of the birds, so that way they're sealed, and then this is good to go.
So no matter what we find at the Goodwill bins, it's always fun and interesting, and you never know what you're gonna get.
Also, how about these thrift flips? Like, it took us about an hour all total to get them all done. We used our heat gun to speed things up, and now they're ready. If you want to buy anything that we painted today, even though it's from this week, we'll go ahead and get it listed because we painted it in this video. Everything else that we thrifted today and Monday will be on Saturday's thrift haul. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you on the next episode.